Called you and asked for your support, had you been leading the government of Canada, would you have given the support? This is the big conversation at the moment in the UK because Keir Starmer was reluctant to send troops originally, and it seems to have irked Trump in an interesting way.
So our Prime Minister did support the attack, and I agreed with Prime Minister Carney on that point. That is distinct from contributing Canadian soldiers, sailors, and aircrew. I'm not proposing that we send ground troops to Iran, and we are not in a position right now to supply a lot of the demands that this conflict would require. It depends on what they ask for before we get an answer from Canada on what it is that we can provide.
You're someone that knows a lot about history. You seem to know a lot about a lot, frankly. And I actually don't know a lot about a lot. So when you think through how this could go, it doesn't appear that the Iranians are going to roll over very easily. The Iranian leadership are going to roll over very easily. Trump doesn't appear to be a man that likes taking hits to his ego. So it doesn't appear that he's just going to pull out and let things unravel. And then the third option, one would say, is that they double down even further and send troops to the region. How do you think this plays out based on everything that you know about both history, about Trump, and from your pattern recognition?
Well, it could go a variety of ways. Remember the first Persian Gulf War, George Herbert Walker Bush decided that he had downgraded and penalized Saddam Hussein enough for the invasion of Kuwait. Mm-hmm. He declared victory and he moved on. And ultimately, that left a lot of stability in the region. His son then went and pursued a full out-and-out regime change, and that was a much longer enterprise. The president will have to decide which of those two Bushes he uses as a model. But I think that the important thing is to know what the objective is. For me, the objective has to be to make sure that the Iranian government never gets the capacity to send long-range nuclear missiles to countries, or even short and medium range to Israel, for that matter. Beyond that, I think it's up to the Iranian people to take advantage of the weakness of the regime and rise up and reclaim their country. I don't think this regime has popular support. I know a lot of Iranians. We're blessed to have a lot of very secular, pro-Western Persians who live in Canada, are proudly Canadian, and they will tell you that there's almost no support for the regime among the people of Iran. Mm-hmm. They need to find a way to overturn the regime, and that would give a lot of comfort and peace to the rest of the world, but it would also give democracy to a deserving people. What would you do?